Prime Minister, you just said that you've stopped making overtures and the barricades must come down. What happens, though, if we go in there with a heavy hand and something like the Oka crisis or something worse happens?
That is a concern we have had from the very beginning, and quite frankly, why we have not responded to calls by a number of politicians to engage enforcement action immediately. We have gone through exhausting every possibility for dialogue, for engagement, for finding peaceful solutions to de-escalate this every step of the way. And we remain open to that, but we are waiting for Indigenous leadership to show that it also understands. The onus is on them. We will be there to discuss, but the barricades must come down.
Now, unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember all these events, a lot of events like Oka, Ipperwash, Caledonia, Idle No More. But there seems to be, after every crisis is solved, there's a collective memory loss by government, by everybody. So what's the roadmap going forward so that, 2, 3, 5 years from now, we're not sitting here once again grilling you about the same thing, or your successor, or whomever?
I think we've demonstrated a new roadmap over the past 5 years, one that is the difficult journey of reconciliation, one where we engage as partners with Indigenous communities and leadership and peoples to move forward on resolving historic land claims, on closing gaps between investments in provincial education systems per student and in Indigenous students, investing in infrastructure, housing, health services, and doing so in a way that puts Indigenous leadership at the center of that path forward. Reconciliation is a journey, and there are going to be difficult moments on that journey because it represents a significant shift in the way Canada works. But our capacity to work together requires us to engage, to, yes, recognize the historic wrongs, but to be present, to fix them and move forward. That is what we will remain focused on. That is what we have focused on these past 2 weeks, and that is what I certainly hope we will continue to see, not just in the coming days, but in the coming months.